The location of Kazakhstan's capital is good in terms of its location in Central Asia. Nur-Sultan has objective factors for the development of the infrastructure, and the futuristic objects of the expo harmoniously fit into it. The city authorities have found a rational use for them. So today, in Pavilion C3 and C4, there are offices of the Astana International Financial Center, which will become an incentive for more active involvement of foreign and domestic capital in the economy of Kazakhstan. Hello, my name is Serek Akashev, and this is the program The World of Startups. Astana International Financial Center is the largest financial hub in Central Asia. Its structure and principle of operation is significantly different from similar platforms in the CIS. First of all, because there is a special legal and tax regime. Secondly, the AIFC functions on the principles of English law, respectively, and the clerical work is conducted in the language of the Great Britain. These factors create a precedent in the entire post-Soviet space because all the world's largest financial centers from Hong Kong to New York use the same concept. Our team faces the task of developing fintech ecosystems, the development of human capital, the development of startups, their incubation and acceleration, the formation of the regulatory environment of fintech companies so that they feel more comfortable in Kazakhstan. Fintech is one of the most important 5 areas in the work of the AIFC. And this is understandable. In an era when computer technology is developing by leaps and bounds, you cannot stand aside. In the near future, a crypto valley will be opened at the Astana International Financial Center where, along with digital currencies, blockchain prospects will be actively studied. When AIFC established a committee to regulate financial services, there is a fintech division. Under it, we launched a regulatory sandbox for fintech companies. This sandbox solves one main task. It reduces legal uncertainty and allows startups to serve real customers. And the regulator, for its part, observes their actions and, together with them, it can develop legal acts for their development. This year, the FinTech Hub of the Astana International Financial Center and the Visa Company launched the largest regional program in Kazakhstan and Central Asia for the development of fintech innovations. It was first launched in the USA in 2015, and to date, almost 1,000 startups, graduates of the Visa Everywhere initiative, have attracted investments in the amount of $1,700,000,000 US. The main value of this program is in mentoring sessions, in consultations, in support from large corporations, including banks, financial sectors for young teams that give them the necessary knowledge, provide the necessary advice so that these projects can get something new that will allow them to move on. The organizers of this program have identified several tasks for the participants, among them to develop solutions to improve the financial literacy of the population and also to create services to facilitate access to loans. Moreover, both digital banks and financial marketplaces can appear in the video of creditors. The jury evaluated the teams according to 5 criteria. This is the team itself, innovativeness, how much the product contributes to the development of a non-cash economy, how much it is scalable. On the basis of this data, 21 projects were selected. They will participate in the finals. Sultan Sesengaliyev, AIM Service Manager. There you can find, visually compare and buy the services of insurance agencies. This direction in the Kazakh economy today can be called a trend. Firstly, because the law on online insurance, which settled this sphere, was passed not so long ago. Secondly, according to official data for the first quarter of 2018, the total amount of insurance premiums in the Republic increased by 15% compared to the same period last year and reached 125 billion tenge. We have developed a minimal viable project model. I would also like to say that we are doing all this on the blockchain to make our system more secure, more open. In addition, we are now building up partnerships, contact with insurance companies. Now, with 3 out of 29 companies, we are already planning to sign a cooperation agreement in the next 2 weeks.
Тремя уже планируем в ближайшие 2 недели подписать соглашение о сотрудничестве.
Monetization of the platform is carried out according to the classical model, at the expense of the Commission for Realized Policies. In the future, the founders of the startup plan to introduce additional tools to increase earnings several times.
Активных пользователей потенциального рынка вообще в Казахстане это 3,5 миллиона.
There are 3.5 million people, active users in Kazakhstan. But we must also take into account that in our neighboring countries, in principle, there is a similar situation or even worse. And this is a great reason for us to realize the project after a certain time we can expand to some more ambitious, more global market. In Kazakhstan's fintech market, there are few success stories of large companies that could inspire startup entrepreneurs. Thanks to the Astana International Financial Center, startups receive an additional impetus for development, and hopefully there will be much more of successful stories. Google buys Looker, a big data analytics service, for $2.6 billion, which is $1 billion more than the estimated value of a startup's assets. Today, these companies for two serve more than 350 clients in the areas of healthcare, finance, and media. Following the deal, which is scheduled for the fourth quarter of 2019, Looker CEO Frank Bian will join the cooperation team. For Google, this transaction is the largest since 2014, when the technology giant acquired the manufacturer of smart devices for the House Nest for $3.2 billion. Amazon is investing $1.5 billion to build an airport in the United States. The company's president, Jeff Bezos, who personally launched the construction work, expects that the new hub will open the way to the delivery market with a turnover of $400 billion a year. At the opening ceremony, the head of Amazon also said that the new project will double the speed of delivery across the United States as part of the Prime service, that is, from 2 days to 24 hours. The opening of the airport near the city of Cincinnati, Ohio, is scheduled for 2021, which will make Amazon less dependent on third-party transport companies. Fintech Hub of the Astana International Financial Center is a unique platform which faces 3 main tasks. This is the regulation of the cryptocurrency market, the creation of a regular sandbox for the development, testing, and maintenance of new technology in the fintech sphere, and the creation of conditions for the maintenance of core startups in Kazakhstan. Rekasa is one of the Kazakhstan projects that today participates in the boosting of startups at the AIFC Fintech Hub. The service is a free system for automating business processes, such as acceptance and delivery of goods, sales, auditing, and more. According to the developers, the IT solution allows you to increase revenues in the store by 15 to 20% and significantly save on the purchase of a cash register. This year, as many probably already know, all entrepreneurs should switch to new cash registers with online data transfer function. Cash register now with functional data transfer costs from 60,000 tenge. There are, of course, mobile and software solutions like ours. They work on a subscription basis and cost, on average, 3,000 to 5,000 tenge monthly. You have to pay for such a cash register. In our case, Rekasa is absolutely free. The platform is orientated on various segments of the Kazakhstan market, but grocery stores are the main priority. Only in Almaty, there are about 50,000. This application will be especially useful for individual entrepreneurs who simultaneously combine several positions in their work: a shop owner, a seller, an accountant, and a loader. After installing on the phone from the App Store or Google Play Market, our cash register opens. This is a full cash register. The first screen is a welcome screen. This is a calculator. To get started, you need to register a cash register to see all the functions. Before registering, you can already try the cash register.
До регистрации кассовый аппарат уже можно попробовать.
To use the mobile application, you need to download and install it. Then, within 15 minutes, the entrepreneur automatically connects to the State Revenue Committee base. All information received from the counter is displayed in the personal account of the store owner. Therefore, he can remotely monitor the operation of his business in real time.
Нажимаем кнопку «Продажа» или же можем поменять на...
Click on the button for sale or purchase if the activity is related to the repurchase, as in the case with pawn shops. After this, you get a fiscal receipt, which contains data, the date and time of purchase, and also a link to the website of the operator of fiscal data, where the buyer can check his receipt.
Ссылку на сайт оператора фискальных данных, где покупатель может проверить данный чек.
The mobile application can work in conjunction with a wireless printer for printing checks. They interact in the following way. The data from the smartphone in online mode is sent to the server of the fiscal data operator, where a unique number is assigned to the generated control check. Then the process number is returned to the phone and the receipt is printed.
Наше приложение обладает такими...
Our offer has serious advantages for users.
Для пользователя. But
to bring them to all entrepreneurs in such a short time, this is also serious work. Therefore, we look in the direction of affiliate programs. Only with them, we can develop confidently and quickly in the market. In the near future, startups will release a pro version of their product. It will have advanced functionality, thanks to which in 2 clicks you can collect tax reports for a certain period and pay for it. Thus, the function of an accountant is excluded, which will greatly facilitate the work of individual entrepreneurs. My name is Asel Baitasova. I am the head of the FinTech Hub of the International Financial Center, Astana, and today I will tell you about my 3 favorite mobile applications. My day begins with meditation, and this is where the Headspace mobile app helps me. And I really see progress through this mobile application. I track it, and it allows me to live more consciously. And therefore, throughout the year, this is how my morning begins. Next, my day continues in the mobile application. Trello is a tool for project management. There is a very large number of projects in the FinTech Hub. All our work is focused on this activity. In this regard, Trello is very convenient. It supports comments, various cards, tags that help to structure information, checklists, deadlines are all entered. The most important thing is probably the fact that it is integrated with cloud storages and other tools for setting schedules, which allow us to upload project plans in the right form very quickly. What I trust when I use any tool is its convenience. You will not find any application on my phone that is very difficult to understand. In this regard, we have a worthy Kazakhstan team, which has learned the client's path and has given a really good tool in terms of purchasing air tickets, which is Choco Travel. If you have an account, you can quickly filter the offers and book a ticket. In this regard, Choco Travel has very nicely automated this process, in terms of the fact that without any calls or the call center, you send the information that requires changing if you need to change a ticket or cancel a ticket, and literally in 10-20 minutes, they process your request, refund money, or change what you asked for, and in a couple of hours, you will travel on an airplane to the right city at the right time. The the Documentolog developer of electronic document management systems, which is working with the public sector of Kazakhstan, is entering the Russian market in order to integrate into the trend of import substitution for Western software. To do this, the startup management plans to invest in scaling $500,000. The company has already registered a legal entity and opened an office in St. Petersburg. Documentolog will promote itself in the Russian market without resorting to the help of system integrators. But Rostelecom will probably become a hosting partner and later on sales as well. A new platform has opened in the capital of Kazakhstan to support startups, Seed Space Nur Sultan. This is a space where novice and experienced entrepreneurs will spend time together, share experiences, and discuss projects. We can say that this is a living laboratory where new solutions are being created for the capital, from transport to the housing and utilities sector. For this, a large network of mentors, consultants, technical specialists is at the service of residents. In addition, this format provides not only co-working offices, but also the so-called co-living, that is, cohabitation of participants. Seed Space Nur Sultan will be open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The project was implemented by Astana Innovations together with the Akimat of the city of Nur Sultan, the Swiss business incubator Seedstars, and the BI Group company. Over the past year, the number of fintech companies in the world has grown to 8,000, and the number of crypto exchange to 110. Such rapid growth contributes to significant changes in the core markets. Therefore, Astana International Financial Center is aimed at creating a favorable startup ecosystem and at promoting new fintech strategies. Fintech analysts distinguish two types of people. The first live by the principle, income grows and loans multiply. The second ones manage to save for a rainy day and get a decent retirement. To get into the group of lucky people who know how to manage their money, you don't have to read mountains of books and become a financial guru. You can use special services for the accumulations of funds. These include the QoS platform, developed by metropolitan startups. What problem did we see in people? People earn and spend, but do not know how to save and accumulate money. We want to help people to save money. And without changing their habits, people continue to do the same thing as before. They continue to shop. But at the same time, the money is accumulated in their account further, and then we multiply this money. In practice, it happens like this. For example, you decided to buy coffee, which costs 750 tenge. At the time of the transaction, 1,000 tenge is withdrawn from your credit card instead of this amount. 250 of them go to your savings bank. The user cannot spend these funds within a month, since the system will not allow to withdraw them from the account. We measured the potential users if we take the entire audience of Kazakhstan. For example, according to the latest data, there are about 3 million owners of only the Kaspi Gold card. We also look at the volume of transactions. Therefore, we can say that approximately 60% of the audience of Kazakhstan population is our target audience. But we also need to understand how often and competently they use their finances, so this figure will vary. In the near future, application developers are planning to introduce new features that will help increase the accumulated funds through banking tools and mutual funds. Thus, the money will not just lie in the account, but as they say, they will work. We understand that half the budget of our project will be for security, as people will trust us with their finances. Security itself will be directly linked to banking systems. Plus, we are now in the final stage of choosing the technology itself, because the project has few analogs, unless, of course, we will take the US market. In general, we understand that a high level of security is the most important thing we need to achieve. The project earns at the expense of two types of monetization: subscriptions, which cost $1, and commission for the transaction that will be applied if the person has achieved financial success thanks to the application. Future plans is to create a working business model that we will offer to our Kazakhstan market. This model will be clear and accessible to our consumers for whom the product was created. We understand that it is now important to technically decide everything correctly, so that for the end user, our service will be clear and convenient. Today, within the walls of the Astana International Financial Center, the founders of the Service for Funds Accumulation conduct research work. They study the needs of Kazakhstan people, reveal the target audience, conduct a marketing campaign. All these areas will help to improve the product and make it popular among domestic users. In time, the Astana International Financial Center will become the largest financial hub in Central Asia. This is a minimum program. The maximum program is to enter the top 20 financial centers of the world. This project has such far-reaching plans, which, according to experts, should make its contribution to the global economy. It was the program The World of Startups and its host, Serek Akishev. Goodbye.